All right. Thank you guys for coming. I know that there is a lot of great sessions happening at the moment, but this is the right one for you if you're interested in making money. So the other one you can watch later on YouTube. This is where you want to hear. So my name is Arturo Lovazzano. I'm senior manager for the Galaxy App Store, and we're going to talk about why quality matters in our store. A little bit of introduction. What we're going to be talking today. A quick intro to what Galaxy Apps is. Monetization. We have two fabulous guests, Melanie and Vivek. Melanie from Visuals and Vivek from Monotype. And they're going to teach you and let you know, some tips and tricks that they've been going through, their operations, and they have a great story to tell. So you probably hear from them a lot of cool stuff. And then we're going to talk about the Samsung Developer Program, which is a program that we have to support developers in any kind of way, from technical stuff. We have automated remote lab, business insights, everything. So Galaxy Apps. Galaxy Apps is an on-device app store. We're preloaded on all Samsung devices, and this is what the opportunity is big for us. We are a boutique store where we curate content on a weekly basis. We tend to pick not only the best performing apps, but also applications that are being optimized for our devices, or they've been enhanced with our SDKs, and that will make it easier for you to get exposure and promotion in our store. We also have a number of exclusive content for the unique features that we have. We have gear, edge panel, a number of stuff that you can develop for, and we have all those SDKs available for you to contribute to the store as well. And also we work very close with our partners, where we promote special offers, discounted apps, discounted games. Sometimes we do some sort of promotions with them, and it's been great for the ecosystem in general. Now, how people discover the service? There are a number of entry points where you can actually access the store. The main one is through the Galaxy Apps icon that is preloaded on your device. The Essentials widget, that's also a point of entry into the store. Through the camera as well. You can also enter the store through the call, contact, and through stickers. Photo editor also has an entry point for Galaxy Apps, through the settings in your device, through the edge panel, through the Samsung Gear, the Gear apps, directly from your device. And Samsung DeX compatible apps, are also a way to access the store. And Bixby will be coming in the next upgrade, in the next client upgrade that is going to happen on October 26th. And we're going to have a Bixby card that is going to be available also for the S8 and Note 8 devices. A little bit of stats about our numbers. So we have around 700 million devices worldwide. Our coverage is 180 plus countries. Our monthly active users are 220 millions, and we do around 300 millions of downloads global in the world. These numbers are as much as they're as big as they are. They show there's a great opportunity to partner with us, and we encourage you to talk to us after. We have a booth that you can visit as well, and we can make have some business discussions that are beneficial for both of us. We are a localized operation. We are all over the world: North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Southeast Asia, China, and Korea. And these are some examples on how it looks on device. This is our storefront in US and Canada. This is our Chinese storefront, as you can see, completely localized as well. The UK, Germany, Russia, Korea, and Australia. These are a few examples, so you can see, that every country you can localize your content, language, and optimize, for the community that you want to reach out, in the specific markets. Now, this is the part where it gets fun for everybody: monetization, right? We have a number of developer benefits that we offer in our ecosystem. So content visibility is one of them, monetary benefits, and developer support. We, as I said before, we are a curated store. That means that we have less apps, a higher quality, and therefore, you're prompted to be more to be picked up for promotions because of that. We look at the apps, very carefully. We have a team of editors that they look at the content, the quality, and if you also integrate with one of our SDKs, as I mentioned before, you will have even more opportunities to get promoted. We also run some marketing promotions as well, in-app marketing promotions, as well as we have exposure in like a number of events around the world that we are present. Also, we use our social channels for promotion, and we like also to do cross-promotion with our partners as well. On the monetary benefits, we hear from our partners, this is really important, that we have the hard in converting user base for the Android ecosystem. And this is because our users are very loyal. We have a very loyal user base. We monetize twice as much as other platforms, although we are a boutique store, we're a fairly new store, but our monetization and our engagement, the conversion is pretty high for us. And also the developer support, very important. We offer 24/7 technical support where you can literally send your ticket through the Sendex system, and you have access to talk to our engineers about in-app purchase, about different SDKs, anything that you need to implement or integrate with your application. As well, you will have access to an automated test lab, and we have a program also that for developers, a device discount up to 30% discount on certain devices. The key contents, these are where we think or we've seen through our when we get the reports from our big data portal, what are the apps that they monetize better? Clearly, applications, with Samsung in-app purchase are the number one. Then, gear apps, fonts, stickers, edge apps, and premium apps or paid apps, as you want to call it. So these are the key contents that, we encourage developers to be submitting for the monetization aspects, and also because, that's what our users are looking for. A lot of this stuff is exclusive to us. Like you can see, the gear apps and the edge apps and the stickers in this case. Games with Samsung in-app purchase, as I mentioned before, this is like the biggest category for everybody, and this is true for also other platforms. And again, as I mentioned before, if you integrate with our Samsung billing SDK, you will definitely have more visibility into the store. We also have a dedicated container or dedicated tab for only games, as they bring about 90% of the revenue in that space. And we have a couple of programs that for developers that they can join. For instance, the exclusive game offers, where we partner with a number of partners, and users can get a game with a free offer. And also we have a program called Games for Samsung, which if you partner with us, we get the app in exclusive for 90 days, and we will give you an exchange of that. We will give you promotion. We will promote the app 4 weeks above the fold. And also, we could do a push notification as well. And also, we will message in our marketing channels, as social channels, and looking to make synergy with the partner, also trying to promote their apps on their social channels as well. And if you want to learn about in-app purchases, there is a session that is happening right after this one in this room. So I would encourage you guys to stay and hear and learn more about in-app items. Gear apps. One of the biggest trends this year has been about personalization, and that's why the Gear App Store continues to grow. We have the most popular gear content in both Galaxy apps, or you can download it directly from your device, which is great. Samsung Gear is compatible with all Galaxy devices, also for other Android devices and iPhone as well. And also, as a cool thing, watch face developers can differentiate themselves, and they can create their own branding pages. So then you can feature your page with content that you have created specifically for gear in this case. And again, there is this very interesting Gear Watch designer session that is going to happen at 4 p.m. today. So you guys should stay here for the rest of the afternoon, basically. And by saying this, I want to introduce Melanie from Ecovisuals. And she's going to tell you about some tips and tricks and what she has learned, and working with us. And here you go.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Melanie, and I'm the president and designer at Ecovisuals. In this presentation, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to our company. I'm going to talk about the advantages of developing watch faces through Galaxy apps, and I'll give some insights on the gear app market. I'm also going to give some tips on how you can increase profits and some insights based on our customer reviews. Lastly, I'm going to talk about how you can get support to run promotions. Our company focuses on creating gear watch faces and Galaxy themes. Here are some of the watch faces we have created using the Gear Watch Designer software. As you can see, we have options for both the male and female audience, and our watch faces include many different features such as a digital or analog clock, an animated wallpaper, battery information, date, heart rate, and step count, among others. If you want to create your own watch faces, you can simply go to the URL written at the top and click the Learn More button to download the latest Gear Watch Designer software. This software is available for everyone at no cost. And as a beginner, it's very easy to learn how to use it. It doesn't require any programming skills, and you can make a simple watch face in less than an hour using the templates within the software itself. As you get more used to all of the features that are available and you become an expert, the software gives you all the creative freedom you need to create complex designs. You can make watch faces for your own personal use or sell them in the Galaxy App Store. There are many advantages if you choose to sell your watch faces through Galaxy apps. One of the advantages is that they're automatically sold in over 90 countries. It's a huge opportunity for you to reach millions of users in all of these countries without any extra effort on your side. Another advantage is that Samsung has a device test team that will test your watch faces and make sure there are no issues before they're published. This is very helpful because this way you can update your watch faces to be available on the latest Gear devices before the devices are even released in the market. In addition, Samsung also provides end-to-end support for any inquiries or concerns you may have. Last but not least, there are also great opportunities to promote your watch faces with Samsung support. You can run your own promotions or collaborate with them for your watch faces to be featured in store banners and their social media websites. Here is a detailed country overview based on our total watch face downloads. As you can see, the US takes the leads with 57% of our total downloads. There are only a few other countries such as the UK, Germany, Australia, Korea, and Canada in which the download counts are significant when seen individually. However, since there are so many more countries and so many people can be reached all over the world, when putting the downloads of all of those other countries together, it adds up and creates a significant increase in downloads. As seen in this chart, the other countries make up about 16% of our total downloads. Now I'm going to give you a market analysis using some of our watch faces as examples. The first two you see here are our hologram and gear watch faces, which became popular due to the animated wallpaper and all of the information available on the watch face. Next, we have color burst and butterflies, which are also animated and very informative, but they have a more feminine design. By looking at this information, we can conclude that users are interested in watch faces that are very informative, that can be customized to their liking, and that have an interesting analog design. We can also see that the male audience is larger than the female audience, since their more masculine designs are more successful. Now I'm going to talk about how you can increase profits. Our first trend analysis shows the profit increase when we released our hologram watch face. The downloads for this watch face increased steadily each week and reached a total of 11,600 downloads after just 6 weeks. We were able to generate, in only 6 weeks, more than $20,000 with just one watch face. By looking at this data, we can conclude that you can increase your profits by releasing more watch faces. Every time you make a new watch face, you will gain more experience, and they will keep getting better and better. Also, users will see that you're actively releasing watch faces, and they will look forward to your new releases. Another way you can increase profits is by listening to your customers. Sometimes users will have great ideas on how you can improve your watch faces, and they will request for new features to be added. This is an example of the profit increase when we released an update to improve one of our watch faces. We made it easier for users to toggle between different designs, we improved battery usage, and gave the ability to switch from an animated wallpaper to a static one. Due to this update, we had more customer satisfaction, more 5-star ratings, and our profits increased by 433% in just 4 weeks. Lastly, you can also increase profits by collaborating with Samsung to promote your watch faces. You can collaborate with them to run banners in the Gear store and also for them to be posted on their social media websites. This is an example when our Gear watch face was featured in a store banner, and thanks to this promotion, our profits increased by 412% in just 5 weeks. By taking advantage of new watch face releases, customer requests, and promotions, we have been able to keep a steady income. We have maintained 6-figure yearly profits since we started in 2015, and this wouldn't have been possible without the Gear Watch Designer program. By sharing our success story, we would like to show that developing watch faces through Galaxy apps is a great business opportunity that you can take advantage of. If you want to create your own store banner displays and increase your profits, all you have to do is sign up for the Samsung Developer Program. Through this program, Samsung provides free marketing opportunities by collaborating with you to promote your watch faces. By doing this, you can increase your daily watch face downloads by up to 5 times. Now I'm going to give some insights into the positive reviews we have received from customers on our hologram watch face. The first review is from the US and shows that users love when a watch face has different color options. Also, users like to be able to see all the information they need on the watch face. The second review is from Spain and shows that users appreciate when there is clear visibility, interactive shortcuts, and no impact on battery life. Here are some of the reviews in which customers are not completely satisfied with their purchase and are requesting for new features to be added. These reviews are from the US, the UK, and France, and all 3 of them are requesting a 24-hour time format, the date format that is used in their country, and the option to choose between miles and kilometers. It's these kinds of reviews that help us give feedback to the Gear Watch Designer team. The great thing is that the team is always open to feedback from users and developers on how to improve. I told them about the requests we received from customers, and with the latest version of the Gear Watch Designer software, we now have the ability to create watch faces with both 12 and 24-hour time formats. This is part of what makes being a Samsung developer so rewarding. It's always easy to get support from the team. To thank you for coming to the session, we will be giving away 100% off coupons for watch faces and themes that match together. If you own a Samsung Galaxy phone, a Gear Watch, or both, you can come to our booth to sign up for a chance to win a free watch face and theme made by EcoVisuals. Here are some examples of what you could get for free if you win. In conclusion, in this presentation, I introduced Gear watch faces and talked about the advantages of being a Samsung Galaxy Apps developer. I gave some insights on the Gear app market and talked about how you can increase profits. I also gave some insights on our customer feedback so that you can take it into consideration when creating your own watch faces. Finally, I gave some tips on how to get support to run your own promotions. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope to see every one of you at our booth to get some free products. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you so much.
For those of you who speak Korean, I want to say 감사합니다, which means thank you.
Good. Thank you. I don't know how to say you're welcome. I know how to say 감사합니다. So that was great. Thank you so much. We're going to continue with the presentation. Now we're going to talk about another type of content that is getting fairly popular in our store. Fonts. Fonts are becoming really important because, again, what I was mentioning before, this trend of personalization, you know, from Gear, you know, like using different fonts. I mean, people have told us that, it feels like a unique experience because, every time that they change the font, it feels like, they get a new device. Fonts are very easy to change, going to the settings of the menu of your device. It's a super, fast-growing market right now. I mean, Asia is definitely leading, in terms of market growth. Korea and China, but also it's growing fast in the US. And as you can see on the screen, there are some fonts that are changing right now on your device. You see? All right. I think you guys like that. Now, using Monotype's system, the font engine, you will get your font intellectual property protected. And I think, it's a very important, to use that engine if you want to create fonts. And my friend Vivek here, who is our Monotype expert, will also give you some tips and tricks and how can developers partner with you.
All right. Thank you, Arturo.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vivek. I'm a product manager at Monotype. I focus on AR, VR, IoT, among other things. I'm super excited to be here. One, it's good to always be in the midst of other developers. And then the second thing is just the amount of cutting-edge technology here is mind-blowing. So it's a very nice space to be in. So what does Monotype do? I mean, if you think of a brand, right? All of us love Samsung. If you think of a brand, how do you engage with a brand? You engage with a brand through different mediums. You engage with a brand through print media. You see an advertisement in the newspaper. You engage with a brand through digital mediums. It could be a website. It could be an app. Or it could be an emerging medium, such as AR, VR. We, Monotype, provide the assets, such as fonts and technologies that help brands engage their customers through different mediums. In this session, we'll cover two things. One is we'll talk a little bit more about the personalization trend that Arturo referred to earlier. And second, more importantly, how can you leverage that trend to grow your business? Personalization. Now, there are 7.5 billion plus people on Earth, and yet no two of us are the same, right? Everyone is unique. So there's a growing sense of individuality. Everyone recognizes the fact that they're very unique. They want to express the fact that they are unique. And they want to personalize their device. And if you think of one thing that's like super, super personal, what is that? That's your smartphone. Most of us go to bed with the smartphone next to it. You look at your smartphone before you go to bed, wake up with your smartphone, look at it an average of 50 to 75 times a day. So shouldn't your smartphone be an extension of yourself? Shouldn't it reflect, just like you're unique, shouldn't your smartphone also be unique? That is a trend that we see in the industry. There are different ways to personalize your device, and one way to personalize your device is through fonts. And that's what Flip Font enables. As Arturo showed in his slide, as you change the phone has a very, very different look and feel to it. So now Arturo might look at my phone and tell, hey, how come your phone looks so cool? Because I changed the font. It looks like an entirely new phone. The way Flip Font works is very simple. Every Samsung device ships with Flip Font on it. If I want to change the font on my phone, I can go to Settings. I can pick one of the fonts that is there, or I can download a font that I want to use. The other option is in some markets, such as the US, we have a standalone application that makes it very fun for you as a user to discover a font and download this font. We have 2,000 plus fonts available in different languages, English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and we're constantly adding more and more languages to this list. And we also have different styles, so there is always one for you. So now I come here to Samsung Developer Conference, I see all this amazing tech. I might want a techno look feel to my phone. And then as I go into the weekend, I might want a chill out looking font. It's very simple. You click a simple button and you're done. That is the beauty of Flip Font. Now let's look at what some of our customers are telling. Now I pulled up some feedback we got from our customers. Now what does this tell us? Now, other than the fact that people love Flip Font, what it does tell you is this resonates globally. When we talk about personalization, personalization is not a trend you see in a specific geography. Across the world, you see a growing trend of personalization. Agreed that in some markets there might be a greater sense of individuality or personalization compared to other markets, but as an app developer, you have to keep in mind that it's literally a global opportunity at your disposal. The second thing that you also see is you might find some patterns resonating more than others across different geographies. So you might find some geographies that like a very unique, bold pattern, and other geographies that want a more classic pattern. All of us, whether you're developers or artists, we have a good sense of what our customers want, but it's important to keep in mind that you've got to cater to the audience. So there are two things I wanted to call out here. As you're creating content for different markets, one thing is we should leverage the Samsung team because they have so much of expertise, global expertise. So for us, many times when we decide to go into a new market, we would talk to the Samsung team and tell them, hey, this is what we are thinking of doing. And they would always give us some useful insights saying, hey, did you think of 5 other things, right? That's one thing to keep in mind. The second thing is, you should always, we start off with an insight. We start off with a feel for what the market wants, but you should always back that up with data. What I mean by that is, we saw numbers from Melanie, we saw numbers from Arturo. So how can you use data to make decisions? So the Samsung developer program and the Samsung seller portal gives you great data in terms of downloads across different geographies, sales. So now you can look at that to figure out what resonates in what part of the world. That's your water. Now, so I've told you what's going on in terms of personalization. I've told you how there's an opportunity. So I'm sure all of you are thinking, OK, great. So how do I leverage this? How do I grow my business? So I'll tell you how we were able to turbocharge our growth. How many of you here are familiar with a sales funnel? OK, so I see some hands coming up. But as the name suggests, with a sales funnel, it is a funnel. Someone goes at the top, a lead goes into the top, and eventually they convert by downloading or purchasing your app. And for you to grow your business, whether it's a personalization app you're working on or even a standalone application, most of what I cover here would hold. The first thing is awareness. How do you make more people aware of what you're doing? So that's where the Samsung developer program is wonderful, because through banners on the store, you can drive more traffic towards your apps. In our experience, we've typically tried to synchronize this with events, such as you could do something around Halloween. So around Halloween, you have a Halloween banner that leads to your app. Or another thing is around device launches. In fact, from our experience, the biggest bang for the buck comes from running campaigns around device launches. So for example, the Note 8 is about to launch. You could do something exclusive around the Note 8. I mean, every year, Samsung sets a record in terms of device shipments. So if you're able to attach to that growth, you'll see a big hockey stick growth in terms of your app downloads and revenue. The second thing is the user experience. All of us live in a world where you're constantly bombarded with thousands of distractions. So from a user standpoint, it's very important to make sure you minimize the friction for them to download your app or purchase your app. And this is where the in-app purchase that Arturo referred to comes in very handy, because if there are things you could do that make it easier for a consumer to download your app or purchase your app, that would go a long way. So I totally second that you should attend the session on in-app purchase. And last but not least is inventory. Now, people are interested in what you have to do, whether it's an app or a personalization asset, but people want more. There is always the need to change how their phone looks. So you need to have a growing inventory, and this inventory has to account for the different patterns that people like. So that takes me to what do we want from you guys? What we want from you is, obviously, we would love for you to download the FlipFont app, use it, and give us your feedback. But the second thing is we are also looking to expand our partners. Now, as an artist or a developer, nothing beats having your creation in the hands of customers. And if you're able to get your app or font in the hands of 700 million plus customers, what better can you ask for? So FlipFont gives you an opportunity to get your fonts in the hands of 700 million plus users. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your time. And if you'd love to like to know more about what we do in terms of FlipFont, please visit our booth. And we also have an awesome AR/VR demo. You can also check this out on monotype.com. Thank you. Thanks, Arturo.
Thank you. OK. So we're going to talk about one more thing, because this is the coolest thing that we've done so far. Stickers. So this is the newest addition to Galaxy Apps. They're compatible with all the major core apps, preloaded on your device, like the call function, camera function. And the purpose is, to enhance, the user experience in a super fun way. This is a new type of content that is available in the store right now, but only from S8, Note 8, and of course, we're going to keep, adding more content and also, in upcoming devices. So there are 4 types of stickers that are compatible with different apps. As you can see, the live stickers, that's something that, when you take a picture of yourself and then you can put a mask or like the bunny ears or, whatever you want to do for fun. Call stickers, this is a super cool feature. When you're calling someone, you can actually send the sticker to the other person and the other person can reply back to you. Very cool feature. These are the classic stickers, that you can use for your contacts, for anything else that you want to customize in your device. And this is one of my favorites too. This is the stamps. You can get a picture when you're traveling and then send, with a stamp saying, greetings from San Francisco, or I love you, or I miss you, whatever. I think, this is a great way to also personalize, your content that you're sending to your family, your friends, and team members as well. We work a lot. Last but not least, the Samsung Developer Program that we've been talking about, extensively tonight, this afternoon, sorry. We offer a few things. The number one thing that I encourage you to implement is the Galaxy Apps Badge Generator. So basically, this is our call to action that you can implement in your social channels, your website, Facebook page, anywhere. So then from there, you can direct your user directly to the app detail page in Galaxy Apps. Also, we're going to run a contest promotion. So the contest promotion runs from October 31st until December 31st, and the winner will have 2 weeks of promotion above the fold. So take advantage of that, and we'll see who the winner is. We're going to have second and third place as well, for other types of promotions as well. Promotion requests. You can actually request promotion, but we have an editorial team that will review that. So please be mindful of that we look at performance, we look at quality, we look at also if you have integrated some of our SDKs. So then in that way, you'll be more eligible, for a promotion. And when you get this promotion app in the store, as you heard from our partners here, the results can be pretty significant. In this case, we have measured about like 4 times, when it's being promoted versus without being promoted. The other benefit from the developer support team is, technical support, 24 response time, anything that you need in regards to technical requirements, SDKs, in-app purchase, any questions that you might have, you will have someone who will come back to you in less than 24 hours with support. Also, as I mentioned before, we have a developer discount program. So the program works about like 30% discount on selected devices, but now if you buy a Samsung Gear Sport between today and at the end of the month, you can save 15% off. But if you decide to do it later, we can still offer the 30% discount on selected devices. So if you want to learn more about that, the developer program also has a booth that you can talk to them about these benefits. Also, we have a monthly newsletter. It's an invitation to twice a month SDP members. By the way, everybody in this room, by being here, will become an SDP member. So you are going to be invited to like very interesting webinars that we do about new device launch, new features that we will have implemented in the Galaxy App Store or for Gear, how to create content for us, anything. There are a number of those webinars that are available also online, and you can check them out. So please also visit the booth to get more information on this as well. And these are upcoming, the automatic application testing. So basically, you can send your application for this testing, and you will get results back in less than 30 minutes. This will come soon, as well as the business intelligence insights or business insights that it will be part of the dashboard for the developer community, where you can see more trends and what's going on with your application in terms of engagement, monetization, everything. So it's a way to understand your customers, and you can obviously tweak your content for that matter to increase your growth. All right. Sign up and log in. Well, you can do that, from your computer, or visit, the booth. It's right next to us. Also, we will be there, the rest of the day if you have any questions. But also, we're going to take questions here from me, from Melanie, or Vivek. And thank you so much for coming over here. There is a question right here. Oh, and fill out a session feedback card for chance to win a Note 8. Very important.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, you were raising your hand.
Why don't you point it back that way? You said integrated SDK. What is that?
Huh?
You say integrated SDK?
Oh, an SDK. Basically, when you want to integrate something like a billing methodology, for instance, or billing SDK, so it means that particular software will be integrated in your application. It could be about the usage of a pen, something that the SDK would enhance the Galaxy device and be more compatible, if you will, with the features of the device. So there is an SDK bar, so you can learn more about which ones are available.
Okay.
For your different needs, right? I mean, we have multi-screen SDKs. We have billing, we have in-app purchase, we have a number of those.
So these are things you've already built?
Yeah, you can download them, and then you can integrate them into your application for optimization of the application for Galaxy devices.
Thanks.
Any else?
More questions?
For the analytics and insights, is there going to be an API or a way to download the raw stuff to put it in our BI systems and stuff like that?
Can you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
For the analytics and business insights, is there going to be an API or a way to download them raw to get into our?
I believe that it's going to be an API integrated there.
Perfect.
For the raw, you want to have access to the raw data? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so we can put it in our own business analytics systems.
Let's talk about that later, because I'm not sure if that's going to be a part of the dashboard, if the raw data will be available or not. More questions? No? All right. Well, again, thank you so much for coming into the session. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you at the booth. I mean, we have EcoVisuals, we have Monotype, Galaxy apps, and also the Samsung Developer Program. You can learn more about, the SDK bar in your case, if you want to talk about, what can you integrate in your application, and also how to get on board in the store, and opportunities for promotion. So with that, I appreciate your time again. Thank you.